Hello and welcome everybody, this is your host, Learvok, and you are just in time for another Let's Play. What are we Let's Playing this time? None other than The Darkness 2. Now immediately you're probably asking yourself, or asking me rather, Learvok, you handsome stud of a man, why aren't you Let's Playing the first Darkness game? Don't wanna do that. We'll be seeing that in a second. Anyway, why aren't you playing? Let's play the first Darkness game. Simply, I don't own it. That's my reason. There's one thing I want to mention real quick. If you have a controller, an Xbox 360 controller plugged into the game, and you are using a mouse and keyboard, you will have to unplug the controller. Unlike Darksiders, you can play most of the game on the keyboard without the controller being plugged in. However, for some reason, talking to people won't work unless you push the button on the controller. Also, right over here where you see select, will be whatever you'll see whatever buttons for the controller instead of for the keyboard, which might make it a little bit more difficult. But if you go into options and preset everything, it should be fine. One other thing I should mention: the button to talk to people and the button to interact with things are the same button. If you have a controller plugged in, you pretty much have to use the controller, have it right next to you to push the button. However, you don't need to push it to interact with things. You only need to use the controller to talk to people, again, if you have it plugged in. Which is really weird. But anyway, I'm gonna start up a new game. I'm really... This is one of those games where the difficulty of enemies change, and about like halfway through they become much harder as you have to deal with enemies that become ridiculously overpowered. So I'm really considering going on mobster difficulty, which is the normal difficulty. You got easy, normal, hard, and I don't know, maybe this is very easy. This is easy, normal, and hard. Although I originally played on mobster, because I assume that's normal difficulty. And by the way, the reason for the names of these, you are a crime lord. Not just any crime lord, a crime lord for the, yes, we'll go ahead and watch this. You're a crime lord for an Italian mob family. I can't remember the name.
Okay, you know how this story starts. In the beginning, there wasn't shit. Literally, nothing but void and darkness. And that's how the darkness liked it. It wasn't until God decreed, turn on the lights, that things got nasty. It started out small. A planet here, a sun there. You know, next thing you know, there were humans and cows and stuff.
I really like this guy. He's a good storyteller.
From then till now, the darkness tore its way through the world, inhabiting one human host after another, each thinking that they were its master. But you can't own the darkness. The darkness owns you.
Notice the pupils in his eyes are different sizes.
No family, no hope, no future. He ended up about what you'd expect, busting heads for the Franchetti crime family.
Franchetti, that's it.
Pretty dark for Jackie. Then came his 21st birthday, and things got a whole lot darker.
I get it.
You might think that inheriting superpowers would be pretty cool for Jackie, you know, being in the business of killing people and all. And if not for the demon living inside of him, you'd be right. See, the darkness didn't just make Jackie stronger, it made him a god. But only when the lights were out. Next thing you know, the mob turns on Jackie, marks him for death, just like that. It was the New York City mob versus Jackie. And the darkness. But as dark as things were for Jackie, there was a light in his life. And her name was Jenny. Now these kids, they went way back. I don't think anybody would disagree that they were meant for each other. If anything, that's the real tragedy in all this. See, the mob was still after Jackie. Now, they thought the quickest way to get him would be to take away, you know, his only reason for living. Killing Jenny was just about the dumbest thing the mob could have done. See, because without her, Jackie not only had nothing left to live for, he had nothing left to lose. to the darkness. Jackie's kept it locked away for years, you know, but it doesn't matter how hard he tries. No one can hold back the night. If he can't control this thing inside him, pretty soon there won't be anything left. Jackie will be nothing but an empty shell. And that's just how the darkness likes it.
So yeah, one thing I want to mention real quick. Apparently, in the original Darkness, you can watch the entirety of Tequila Mockingbird in one level. I think it's Tequila Mockingbird. It could be a different movie, but I believe it's a royalty-free movie.
My father said to me, he said, Jackie, you can't outrun your fate.
And also, for some reason,
Sure
that
as hell gotta try.
that previous scene didn't have any
really know what he
subtitles.
meant
I
back
don't know why.
See, there was something inside me. Something terrible.
Which is part of the reason why I didn't
We could
talk
get
so much,
out.
because I wanted y'all to be able to hear it
And when it
without
did,
having to hear me.
It made me watch the only thing I ever cared about. Get her brains blown out right in front of me.
Also, this is another thing I forgot to mention earlier before we started. This is based off of a comic book series, I believe. And we will see, just like you'd expect from any good game worth playing that's based off another franchise, you'll see little references to that here and there, just kind of in nowhere areas. It's kind of you just see like a comic book of the actual, like you see a copy of the comic book like laying around, kind of like in a kind of Metro Last Light. You see copies of Metro 2020, 2023. 2021? Was it 20?
Jackie, it's good to see you. Come on in.
I want to say 2023 is the first book. And then do 2024 and then 2025. I don't know. I've never read them. Even though I own to the right.
No, your other right.
That's his left, dipshit. Hey, Jackie, check it out. They put up a picture of your dad.
Here.
He was a good man, your father. Good man. Well, look, this ain't no time to be depressed. Come on, boss. They got your usual table ready.
Just that you know, I can't control the character right now. I'm just controlling the camera.
Twins are waiting for you.
This has basic controls for a shooter game. WASD moves you, W moves you up. S, you walk backwards. A and D, you strafe left and right. And you look around with the mouse. Space jumps, left click shoots, right click zooms in. Or, in this case, right click can also fire your second gun. Because you can dual wield in this game. You can dual wield certain guns, you can't dual wield everything. This isn't Wolfenstein. The Order. Which is another fun game to play, by the way. I'm mentioning some good shooters right now.
Bon appetit.
One of which I can't really let's play because the game cannot.
Remember
Whoa.
us from the Candy Club? Well, do you?
It might just be the lighting or the art style, but they kind of look like they've been particularly this one over here looks. Oh!
Oh shit! Jackie, get down!
Oh, now I kind of regret saying what I was about to say. Anyway. So yeah, right on. 8 minutes into the Let's Play, probably about, I'd say 7 minutes into the game. Probably 6 if you don't count the opening. 6 or 5 if you don't count the opening cutscene. So yeah, R reloads. Which I believe on the controller is X. Right here we're shooting basic mooks right now. Yeah, just like with most other shooters, a headshot does more damage, and typically one shot kills. Right in the corner, you see our ammo and health across the corners. It should be pretty obvious, but I know there are some people who probably don't get it. If you do, then congratulations. You're like this is your target. You're my target demographic. If you don't get it, I apologize for your friend bringing you along to watch my content. There is definitely better content out there. But yeah, as you can tell, you got the health meter in the gun. The gun shows you how many bullets are left, and you can reload. Later on, we'll get a number showing how much total ammo we have. The health, on the other hand, is pretty interesting. As you notice, it's segmented into 4 sections. As you can probably guess if you played the Transformer games, that our health will actually recover up to the next segment. So yeah, after that we need to find something to heal ourselves with. Actually, let me see if I can get them to give me a little more, just show it off. Okay, that's enough. So it's got a sliver down. There we go. And as you see right here, oh, it heals completely? Oh, it must be healing completely right now. Okay, so right here we have dual wielding. I am right clicking right now, shooting with my left hand and left clicking. Yeah, it's a little weird with that, especially after Wolfenstein, dual wielding the right way, where the right click controls the right hand and left click left hand. Then also it kind of goes a little ridiculous, but then you dual wield 2 shotguns, 2 assault rifles. Just about 2 of everything. Anything that you could pick up that wasn't like a.
Quick, give me a lighter.
Uh-oh.
Burn in hell, Estacado.
Oh no. Ah! And oh, this is a short Let's Play, only 11 minutes long, and yeah, okay, I've done this joke enough. It's not over. It's clearly not over. Even if you aren't a big gamer, or a big story viewer, you know it's not over. Otherwise, you'd want your money back for a $50 game. At least that's what I assume it was. I got this for like dirt cheap on Steam. So we have this creepy guy. And this almost even creepier guy, just because this guy looks normal and he just seems creepy.
Embrace the darkness, Jackie.
I don't know if I should. Oh well, we have to. One thing I want to mention, I really love the voice acting for the darkness. Just that, and the darkness itself. So here we have the gimmick of this game, the darkness. Tendrils, tentacle-like creature things that pop out of us and actually you can control. There is only one problem, however. The light is our major weakness. And we cannot use the darkness in the light. I think right now, yep, right here, we can actually show it off. I believe we will actually take more damage in the light. I think at later points we'll actually start taking damage. So real quick, this is gonna be explaining it anyway, but Q controls the left arm, and the left arm grabs things. You can see certain things. Let's see right here. You can see this little orange dot. That means you can pick it up. Q, once you throw the objects, once you have them. Middle click. I don't know what the default is. I have it set to middle click right now. Slashes makes a melee strike, and you can hold it to do left, right, up, and down based on your mouse's movement. You can also do diagonal. It's a little more difficult, but yeah. Yeah, so let's go ahead and talk to Vinny here. 1. Why is it on 1? Hold up. Please tell me that wasn't what the problem was. Yeah, context action right here. Okay. So apparently, it doesn't even begin to make sense.
What the fuck just happened, Benny? Who hit us?
I don't know, boss. I don't know.
So
explosion, I saw some guy with a limp.
that might have been what the problem was. I thought I said to E, and really it's like me. It's asking me to press a different button.
The rest of our crew's out front, so you can meet up with them on the street. I'll be right there.
But on the controller, X is the same for use and talk. So that's really what confused me. So this right there, we can hit V, which I believe is backspace by default to show our current location. You see a little dark trail right there. We can grab tons of different stuff along here, but also use them to, like these, for example, to impale enemies. And it's always satisfying when you hit someone. Oh, there's that little slowdown. It made you slow down a little too. Hang on the slowdown a little too long, and what the? Okay, so it's not gonna let us use our other tendril right now. Glitch ahoy! I think I'm actually thinking I'm gonna end the video off. Well, first off, go ahead and show that off. This is just me clicking normally, just not moving the mouse. And then you hold and click down. So I have it held down now. Left, right, down, down, up. It kind of went a little crazy there on its own for a second, but I think that was just me making subtle movements. But anyway, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode off here for now. So in the next episode, we'll continue on and try to find out who in the world is dumb enough to try to take on the Franchetti crime family. Until then, I'll see you guys later.